Hello again. My name is JC Basinger. I'm the lead pastor of Hope Community Church. We are a church plant in Queen Creek, Arizona. And we have been looking at our core values or core convictions and what are the changes that we have had to make because of our global pandemic, or have we had to change our core convictions? Well, the good news is we haven't had to change them, but we have had to change the construct or the way that we implement these core convictions. One of our big ones is to be community focused, which means that we want to be in relationship with the people in our church. Now, we do this on Sundays by having food and hospitality before and after a service, and even going out to dinner afterwards often. On Tuesdays, we would have a community group where we would gather around a meal and then talk about the scriptures. And then we would have one-off events where we would go over to people's homes, or people would come over to our home, or somebody else would host a gathering, a get-together. And because of COVID-19, we haven't been able to do many of those things. So we've had to change not the conviction, but the way in which we implement it, the construct. And one of the ways in which we've done this is by utilizing technology. So in order to continue to create community, and really what we're looking for in a community is to have a place where people feel like they belong, to have a place where people feel like they are known and that they are cared for. Online communities can form some of that, but we want to be a place that is embodied, where people are physically present and are cared for in such a way that they know that we love them deeply, and that we will do what we can to care for them, to care for their needs, that they can express their desires and their wants, and that they will be heard. So, how have we done that? Well, we have utilized the technology that God has blessed us with in order to do that. So Sundays, we have been live streaming our services. On Tuesdays, we've been using Zoom in order to try to create community. And then we've had midweek check-ins with our teens and our children through Zoom as well. Now, these aren't the same. They don't quite have that embodied experience that you would if you were to come over and have coffee or have dessert or have dinner or have a beer. It's just not the same. You can't replicate it. In fact, there are articles out now about Zoom fatigue because it is so tiring to try to pick up the body language just by looking at somebody's face. But we've tried, and I think we have pivoted well in the midst of our pandemic in finding ways to create community. These are one of the ways in which we have used our core conviction, being community focused, and we haven't changed that, but we've had to alter how we do it. Lord willing, as Arizona is opening up again and softening some of the restrictions, we'll be able to, in a prudent way and slowly and carefully, resume some of the embodied ways in which we were community focused. That's our prayer. That's our hope. I want to encourage you that if you have been watching, to continue to watch, maybe subscribe or like this video. Also, we will be gathering on Sunday, embodied physically, at Amadeo Church at 4:30. So if you are in the neighborhood, we'd love for you to drop by and join us on our Sunday gathering. It'll also be live streaming on Facebook and YouTube. And we're going to be looking at the ascension of Jesus Christ. This is Ascension Sunday, where Jesus has resurrected. He has been on earth 40 days, appearing to many eyewitnesses and giving his disciples his final instructions, and then he ascends to be back with the Father and sit at his right hand. So we're going to look at that and discover, well, what is Jesus doing now? Now that he is physically absent in the human flesh, now that he is at the right hand of God the Father Almighty, what's Jesus doing up there? Hope you'll join us for that. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon.